outcome 11.8, Lesson 7, Net Pay and Deductions. Net pay is the amount of money you take home. So your net pay is your gross pay minus any deductions. And deductions that happen can be things like income tax, employment insurance, and Canada Pension Plan. We have some basic deductions that happen. So employment insurance, or EI, provides temporary financial assistance to people who are looking for work, going to school, on maternity or paternity leave, or are sick. There's a maximum amount that must be paid each year. So in 2007, the maximum amount was $720, or 1.8% of your income. In 2010, the maximum amount was $747.36, or 1.73% of the income. Canada Pension Plan, or CPP, provides some income due to retirement, disability, and death. So once you're retirement age, Canada Pension Plan will pay you some of the money back that you've put into it. So Canada Pension Plan, in 2010, the contribution rate was 4.95% of your annual income that was over $3,500. Income tax is used to fund federal and provincial programs. Your income tax payable depends on where you live and your financial and personal circumstances. A claim code is used to determine the amount of income tax, and there are both federal and provincial income taxes. Secondary deductions may also be deducted from your net pay. These deductions may include deductions for benefits, such as dental, life insurance, health insurance, or income continuance. They can be programs such as union dues or parking fees, or charitable donations. It's important to remember that when we talk about the number of weeks in a month, there are 4.33 weeks in a month. Let's look at some examples. John's group life insurance is 1.5% of his salary of $450 every 2 weeks. How much does he pay for group life insurance? So he pays 1.5% of his income, and his income was $450. This is just like when we are calculating commission. The first thing we need to do is change the 1.5% into a decimal. So we're going to divide by 100. When we divide by 100, we end up with 0.015. Of tells me to multiply by 450. Multiplying 0.015 times 450 gives us $6.75. So $6.75 will be taken off of John's paycheck every 2 weeks for life insurance. You know that your deductions add up to approximately 38% of your gross pay, and you earn $950 a week. What will your net pay be? Remember that your net pay, you can calculate your net pay by taking your gross income and subtracting the amount of deductions. So in order to do that, we have to figure out how many dollars are taken off of our check for deductions. So 38% is taken for deductions, so 38% of $950. 38% is 0.38 of tells me to multiply by 950. Decimal 38 times 950 gives me $361 in deductions. To calculate my net pay, I want to start, let's rewrite this down here. So net is equal to gross minus deductions. The gross pay given in our question is $950. We calculated the total amount of deductions to be $361. 950 minus 361 gives us a net pay of $589. Al has a gross income of $852 per week. His before tax deductions include union dues of 2.5% of his gross income, a company pension plan of 3%. His federal tax rate is 16.2 and his provincial tax rate is 5.4. He pays 4.95% to Canada Pension Plan and 1.8% for EI. Calculate his net income. To calculate his net income, the first thing that we're going to do is to calculate the total percentage of deductions. So we're going to add up all of those percentages. So we have 2.5% plus 3% plus 16.2% plus 5.4% plus 4.95% plus 1.8%. When we add all of those up, we get 33.85% of his check is being taken in deductions. So 33.85% of his income, and his income from the question above was $852. Finding 33.85% of 852, change 33.85 to a decimal, so divide by 100 gives us 0.3385. Of means multiply 852. Multiplying that out leads us to find that $288.40 is taken off of his paycheck in deductions. The question asks us to find his net income, and remember that net income is equal to the gross pay minus the amount deducted. So his gross pay was $852. The amount taken off in deductions was $288.40. And so his net pay is $563.60. It's your turn to try practice number 7.